Hi, this is Judy Warner with Real Time with IPC. Today I have the pleasure of being with John Bushie of American Standard Circuits. John, welcome.
Hi, Judy.
John is the Director of Technology now for American Standard Circuits, but he has a colorful history as an application engineer as well. So I understand, well, first tell us a little bit about American Standard and about that background that you have.
American Standard Circuits began in 1988, basically doing a lot of RF and microwave type products. The familiarity working with these specialty materials dates all the way back to the late 80s, early 90s. We also specialize in a wide variety of products, working with every material basically under the sun, which is one of the reasons working with these RF and high frequency materials is so interesting.
It does keep you on your toes. I have some background in that industry and I've had the pleasure of seeing your stockroom. You have a few materials in there.
Well, what you understand is that through the years you use this wide variety of materials with infinite numbers of dielectric constants, a wide variety of thicknesses and copper claddings, and before you know it, you end up with a huge selection of all these different material sets.
So in this RF and microwave industry, how do you kind of onboard, or what makes you an expert, quote unquote, an expert in that technology?
Having been in this industry since the 1980s, basically at a company dedicated to doing RF and microwave work, I've gotten to work with a great many engineers over the years, as we discussed. It's been fantastic learning what's important to them, what key design criteria they need to maintain, and also being able to help and guide them with the material selections, board structures. Also, my added benefit, or one of the things that I've had experience with, is working with a laminate manufacturer as well, and working with a company like Taconic, who manufactures these types of products for very tight dielectric control and specific dielectric constants.
I'm sure that's a great asset to have that deep understanding of how those dielectrics affect the overall board performance, and I'm sure that adds a lot to your experience with ASC and manufacturing. That's a unique.
Absolutely, and what it did is it allowed me to work with the engineers on all their designs at actually the beginning design stages. The important aspect to that is that it taught me exactly what the specific things that were important to them, from line width control to thickness maintenance to material selection.
So as far as ASC really having been in this technology for so long, what kind of applications are you seeing? What kind of demand is there?
It's ever increasing with the move to higher and higher frequencies, even for what we'd consider standard digital products. The need to use these higher performing materials is becoming more and more important. What we see now is a higher level of integration. I know I've said this many times in several different interviews and papers, but the reality is they want more function in a smaller package.
Right.
And to do that, you have to integrate a wider variety of materials and be able to make it something that's reliable and functional.
Right. And as you look across the landscape of board manufacturers in North America, where do you see ASC in that mix as far as your ability? You know, the top 10, top 5, I mean, your breadth of experience, really, how does that position you in that marketplace?
Since we've been in this particular area for so long, I see us as one of the leaders. And the reason I see that is because we're very familiar with dealing with the entire gamut of RF materials, from the ultra-high Teflon content products from the old days that were predominantly used by the military, to what are some of the newer composites that are out there, where there's different blends of ceramic fillers, different styles of glasses, different particle fillers to achieve various mechanical and electrical properties. Now it's the ability to be able to integrate these into high mix multi-layers that's become increasingly important.
Well, it sounds like it's probably much more of a consultative experience you have with your customer as opposed to them just throwing a design over the wall and saying, here you go, build to IPC spec, make sure it's mechanically sound, and here you go.
Exactly. The reality is this, is we have to spend a lot of time working directly with our customers to guide them and what are the smart material choices. I like to think of it as we try to come up with a solution that's not only meets their performance criteria, but also is rational to build, meaning it's something that we can build on a regular basis for what we'd consider to be a reasonable price.
Right, so that it's repeatable and buildable in production. You can do anything once, right?
That's exactly the phrase that we always use, is that you can do anything once. It's
right.
How many times have you built it?
Right.
And that's where we really try to bring a sound thought process and a deep working relationship with the engineer and the designer.
Yeah, it sounds like you add a lot of value from that consultative standpoint, because it really takes that partnership, right, between designer and fabricator, right, and us not kind of working in these silos, right?
Exactly.
So it sounds like you provide a really good value. What else should we know about ASC as we wrap up here? Is there anything I haven't asked you maybe that we need to know about ASC, or how to get more information? Or
well, you can always go to our website, www.asc-i.com. We have a lot of design services for our customer. We have design aids and tools. We have products like Insight available so that we can evaluate your specific design and its manufacturability. Basically, you send the information in, it will send you a report, and you'll basically know what the problem areas are with your particular design from a manufacturing standpoint. So,
what a great value. I'm sure that people who watch this, engineers, will be thrilled to hear that there's a resourceful board shop to help them with those difficult boards. Well, thank you so much, John, and good luck with your show. Does ASC have a booth here?
No, we do not this year.
Okay, so then people can look for you at your website. Exactly. And your fabulous resources. Thanks for spending time with us today, and good luck.
Thank you, Judy.
Again, this has been Judy Warner with Real Time with IPC and John Bushie of American Standard Circus.